Welcome to my channel, Power to the People, where we discuss important topics of injustice in our system. Today we're going to talk a bit about who we are here at Power to the People and what this channel was created for. We're going to be starting off our first video talking about child support, what it is, how it works, and some important controversial truths that the public must know. Stay tuned, you're about to learn something. Alright, before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to make sure that you don't miss any of our future videos. You're guaranteed to learn something new every time, and it's our way to unite and bring the power back to the people. Let's bring some unity to all those that have been victims of injustice. In all honesty, it would help out the channel a ton. This way we can continue bringing the content that you're requesting straight to your screens. Quick disclaimer, I am not an attorney and none of the information given through this video or any content from this channel should be in any way construed as legal advice. What's going on, people? Thank you for watching our first video of the series dealing with child support. Just so you know, I'm recording from South Texas, down in the 956 to be exact. So shout out to all the dads out here. Like I mentioned, I am in Texas, so I'll be referring back mainly to our laws here in Texas. However, much of what I'll be talking about deals a lot with constitutional law, so the states don't really play into it. Either way, I'll do my best to let you know when I'm talking about statute, as these laws may change from state to state. Either way, I'll always encourage everybody to do their own research and make your own determination on the opinions shared in this channel. Okay, let's start talking about the topic of the day, child support. What is it? What was it intended for? And how does it work? I'm going to split the video into three parts. 1, what the people believe or have been led to believe. 2, what the child support handbook says their policy is. And 3, the truth behind it. Let's really uncover the truth behind this program because, let's face it, it's a little overdue and there's a lot to cover. Let's get into the details. First, let's go over the details commonly known by the majority of the population around the U.S. 1, the child support agency is a government entity. 2, the agency was created to provide financial support services for children of broken families and their custodial parents. And 3, the program and laws are created in the best interests of the children. This is what the population normally believes because this is what judges, attorneys, and other state officials will tell you and lead you to believe. Well, let me tell you something. This is all a load of crap. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Unless, of course, you heard it from this channel. Let me explain. I've done extensive research into the subject and used my knowledge on the subject to fight my own case. I've taken my research and that of others, and I've used it in my real life. The outcome has been outstanding, and although I'm still fighting it, it's been very useful. Now, it's important to understand that the child support scheme is vast, and I learn something new every day. So by far, I don't pretend to be the foremost expert on the subject. But I have read a lot of the law that governs the child support program, and I've learned from many others that have been in the same situation I have. And I've learned from it all. Let's go over what the child support handbook says, shall we? And it reads, and I quote, "The child support enforcement program is a federal, state, local efforts to collect child support from parents who are legally obligated to pay. Its goals are threefold: to ensure that children are supported by their parents, to foster family responsibility, and to reduce the cost of welfare to the taxpayer." While this might sound nice, there's a very grim reality to this quote. It claims that their goals are threefold, and they are, but with a very twisted view that less than half of the population see. 1, the first of the agency's goals are to ensure that children are supported by their parents, plural, as in both parents put in equal support to financially take care of the children. I'm not sure that the caseworkers have gone through this training yet. Let's move on to number 2. The second of their goals is to foster family responsibility. Unfortunately, the program has led us so far from this, and we can't seem to unite our ideas to see this. The program has created countless broken homes because they have weaponized our children, making it easier for moms to walk away from a relationship because they know they have the ultimate weapon against the dads. Not to mention that it has created a huge gap between the parents' ability and efforts to co-parent because they have split responsibilities in such an unjust way. Number 3, to reduce the cost of welfare to the taxpayer. People, that's a kicker right there. I imagine that they had to put this in as the Supreme Court has already decided in Blessings versus Freestone that the child support program was never intended to be in the interest of the custodial parent, or, hear this, the children. That's right. The program, who has made it a habit of claiming all its doings are in the best interest of the children, in reality doesn't do anything in the best interest of the children. It's all in the interest of the state, and I'm sure their pockets as well. If y'all get a chance to Google Blessings versus Freestone and read up on it, it's a major decision made in the name of child support. So now we've covered what is normally believed by the population and what the program's handbook says. What's the reality? Well, let me tell you, it's a lot simpler than you think. 1. The agency is not a governmental agency. Although depending on the state, it'll either be run by the Office of the Attorney General or the Health and Human Services. These programs are run in such a way that they function as a private agency. If you read the Texas Finance Code, it says the following. Texas Finance Code, Chapter 396, Section 396.251, Threats or Coercion. A. In enforcing a child support obligation, a private child support enforcement agency may not use threats, coercion, or attempt to coerce that imply any of the following practices. If you read down to number 4, it says intentionally representing to a person that the agency is a governmental agency authorized to enforce a child support obligation. Well, there you go. Texas Finance Code under Chapter 396, Subchapter F, Prohibited Practices, prohibits the agency from referring itself to any person as a governmental agency, because they are not. Number 2, they do not provide financial services to the children or the custodial parents. Remember Blessings versus Freestone? Several mothers attempted to sue the agency because they were not enforcing the collection of the money they believed was owed to them by their baby daddies. The Supreme Court came back with a decision that stated that neither the child nor the parent were to benefit from the program, as it was only intended to benefit the state for the offset of the money spent on welfare. Their benefits were merely incidental, according to the Supreme Court, which also proves that, number 3, none of this is being done in the best interest of the children. It is all in the best interest of the state. And there, folks, lies the truth. Guys, the child support program is created for the state to make money off of our sweat and tears. While the family code may be necessary in certain situations, it is my belief that child support program has no place in the family, and neither do the courts. Stay tuned for the following videos in the series where I'm going to explain to you how the child support program violates our constitutional rights and therefore should not be allowed to continue. And yet another video on how the court is aiding in the efforts to rob us of our rights. I don't believe that anything is going to change for us non-custodials anytime soon, although I really hope they do. But if you educate yourself enough, you can fight this injustice and start living on your own terms. As a bonus, let me throw a huge secret nobody wants you to know. This program, this child support program that causes us so much headache, it's a volunteer program. Don't believe me? I'll explain that in one of the next videos coming up. So stay tuned. There you have it. I hope that I have caught your attention, and hopefully you have already become a subscriber. Our goal here at Power to the People is to bring you content that you can learn from and use in your own fight for your injustices. If we have accomplished our goal, don't forget to click the like button and share this video with your friends and family as well. Also, if there are any topics that you want me to touch on, let me know in the comments below. I will do my best to continue giving you the content that you need and request. Also, like I mentioned, I am always learning on these topics, and I do make mistakes from time to time. You might also have a different point of view on this subject, so if you heard something that is incorrect, or if I missed something, or maybe you just want to give your own personal input, let me know in the comments as well. If I didn't get it correct, or if I missed it, together we can bring the facts to the people. Remember, this government was created for the people, by the people. So let's give that power back to the people. Until next time.